let's get started. It's gonna be a little cramped for you, Alter Ego. Bear with us, okay? We start packing them up right away. I closed the laptop and stuffed it underneath my jacket. It tickles. Shh! You can't talk right now, nigga! We're gonna move you to another room. Until we get there, you have to be absolutely silent, okay? Understood. Your command has been implemented. Good. To have him react like a machine all of a sudden, I didn't know how to react.
Makoto.
In the secret room, there are a bunch of different cables with one of the desk drawers. So there might be a network cable in there. Assuming the mastermind hasn't taken it already. Well, all we can do is go check for ourselves. Agreed. Let's head to the secret room. Why do I have to walk there? Shit. Y'all wanna instant import me everywhere else. It was like second floor bathroom. Where is the surveillance camera in here? Because realistically, there really is no cameras in the hallway.
Just a second. Hey.
What do you want with you?
Hey.
Hey, Makoto.
Why?
Are you sure the documents are gone? I refuse to believe you. Go ahead and check again. Nigga, I got clonked on my head, bro! What?
We didn't think.
Just hurry up and go. And to make sure you don't run off, I'm gonna wait right here. Oh, I get it. She's acting. She was so forceful, I thought I made her mad again somehow. Why are you just standing there? Hurry up and go! Okay, I'm going.
So then.
And be thorough. I'm counting on you. Making a scene about what, though?
Because of camera.
To go to the bathroom?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, first you have to find network cable. Friend secure should be a cable in this drawer. Found it. This is a network cable, right? Now we just have to connect Alter Ego. I immediately got to work. Pull out the laptop, connect to the Ethernet cable, port with cable. I love how it's immediately got to work. And that should do it.
That's right.
Yeah, I think it worked.
Leave it to me.
Just leave the rest to me. I swear I'll find something. I might even be able to connect it to the outside world. If I can, I'll see if I can call for help.
No,
Please just wait a little longer.
I'm gonna do my best.
Just hold tight and put your faith in me. And I'm about to leave. I just have to leave him with one last thing. No matter what, we're gonna get out of here. You and all the rest of us, as friends. Friends? Even me?
Thank you.
Thank you, Makoto.
Makoto.
How'd it go? Well, it went okay, but all the documents were gone, just like I told you. My reply was an unintentional mix of acting and real feelings.
Correct.
I see. There's something left for us here.
Goodbye.
Before I knew it, Kyoko was walking away. She wasn't acting anymore. That was much for sure. Oh, Kyoko! Yes? She was gonna split up? Of course. I have no reason to stay with you at this point. Well, maybe, but isn't that a little too direct? Should I hesitate and fumble for something to say? You're so high maintenance. That's not what I meant. I just had more I wanted to talk to you about. Like, what are you going to do about Sakura?
It's true.
Well, something has to be done. It's true.
However,
But the way things are right now, there's no way to persuade anyone. They don't have the mind to listen. Then what should we... If we can find some new clue that would likely change the situation, that's all we can hope for right now. Which is why Alter Ego, all we can do is wait and believe in our friends. You're right.
That's stupid.
That's our only option.
That's stupid. You're stupid.
These niggas watch Fairy Tale.
Apparently. Power of friendship. That's why I'm looking down.
The part of ways, I headed back to my room. Kinda tired, so I lay down in bed. Maybe it was because of the stress of moving alter ego, but I was way more tired than I realized. So before long at all,
Who's going down first?
I completely dozed off. What a waste of a day.
Alright, here we go. No.
Huh? The sharp sound of the doorbell pierced my sleepy haze and pulled me back to the real world.
Makoto.
Get out here. Kyoko? What's going on?
Indeed.
Hina just came to see me, and she was white as a ghost. It sounds like something's happened.
Okay.
What? As soon as I heard those words, my heart started to beat a little faster. I suddenly found myself wide awake. She said for us to come to the rec room. The rec room? Okay, let's hurry.
There's the English, that's good. But what do you do about it? Let's talk about it.
Makoto! Kyoko! Hina, what's wrong? Something's not right. In the rec room. What's inside? There was a window in the rec room door and I hurried to look inside. And when I did... Sakura? Is she unconscious? She's sitting up in the chair like she's bowing her head.
Hey,
What's going on? Did something happen to her? Oh, excuse me. I was just walking past and I happened to notice her through the window, but I couldn't get the door open. I tried knocking, I tried calling her name, but she wouldn't respond. So what should we do? What are we gonna do?
anyway.
First of all, we need to get into that room. But the door's locked, right? If we break it, we'll be violating school regulations. We're going to force our way in. I just said the door isn't locked. It's not locked because the rec room door doesn't have a lock. Huh? Then why? It feels like the door is pressing up against something inside the room. Is it the chair? Chair?
In other words,
Either way, this door isn't locked, which means, as far as I can tell, the rule doesn't apply. Then, there's no problem if we break in? Let's smash the window. That should be the fastest way. Okay, I'll go get something to break it with. Wait right here. Inside the rec room, Sakura still hadn't moved an inch. She's just unconscious, right? Is she okay? I mean, it's Sakura, so I'm sure... Kyoko didn't reply. There was only silence. That silence didn't last long. Here! I found a broom in the classroom. Use it!
Makoto.
You can handle this, right, Makoto?
Please!
Come on, please, hurry! Okay, you two stand back. To hold the broom as strong as hard as I could. Aiming directly at the window, all it took was one solid hit. The window shattered into 100 pieces, scattering across the rec room floor. I stuck my hand through the now open window and started jostling the chair leaning against the door. The chair is pretty heavy, but if I can just... I pushed on it with all my strength and finally the knob turned. Sakura! I ran up to her as fast as I could, but the moment I laid my hand on her...
She's smiling. Keep going.
All I felt was cold death. I could feel only the last lingering warmth of a living body. Life had abandoned Sakura's body. And then...
A body has been discovered! After a certain amount of time, which you may use however you like, the class trial will begin!
Huh?
Sakura's
That's what he's worried about.
dead?
Mm.
She's really dead?
I heard Hina talking, but my eyes stared steadily forward. I could only look on at Sakura's dead body. We didn't make it in time. It's happened again. Muttering to herself, Kyoko began to gently inspect Sakura's body. I wondered, was she confirming that Sakura really was dead? Checking for a pulse or a reaction? I have to go get them. I have to go get the others. On shaky legs, Hina left the rec room. And I... Why? Why did this have to happen? That's all I could say. I repeated it over and over again. I need to examine Sakura's body. I just stood there motionless behind her, while she checked Sakura's corpse. Time passed. While I stood there unable to do a thing, time just passed. And after I don't know how long, I got everyone. What? Ogre?
Yes.
Oh, so she's dead, huh?
I see.
Sakura's been killed. I see. As soon as they arrived, Kyoko began.
Just a second.
You heard the announcement just now, right? So you know what this means.
Interesting.
Sakura was murdered, and by someone in this very room. Is that what you were going to say? No. Whoever killed her, it's not just someone in this room. It was one of you! Hiro, Byakuya, Toko, one of you killed Sakura!
What?
You're accusing us before we've even begun the investigation? I don't need to investigate anything, because you hated her! You hated the sight of her! One of you did it, I know it! You know it? Jeez, I didn't know your power level will increase by that much just by getting mad! Dragon Ball reference. Oh no. Finish chicken rice combo. What are you doing here?
Come on.
Isn't it obvious? I'm here to hand out my little murder flyer.
The Monokuma file.
And don't get so mad, Miss Asahina, or you're gonna ruin that little lewd face of yours. Now then, with that, hold on. There's something I want to ask you. It was you, wasn't it? You killed Sakura. Sakura wanted to challenge the mastermind to a duel. Maybe you and her fought again and then I killed her? Sorry, not quite. Actually, not even close. That whole thing is totally irrelevant now. Sakura came to a most regrettable end without even getting the chance to finish things with me. Which, thank God for that. It saved me the trouble having to go through with our little fight. Because even for someone like me, it would have been no mean feat to get out a behemoth like that. I gotta tell you, I was actually pretty worried. I mean, she'd violated a rule by attacking me in the first place, but I wasn't able to punish her. So I don't know who it was, but whoever the blacken is this time, I owe you one.
What is this?
You owe them one? Oopsie. Before you go pissy potty at me, you had to figure out who did it first. Because, I mean, your lives are all on the line, right?
What is this?
What the hell? He owes them one?
Forgive you.
I hate him! I hate this whole thing! Well, I, for one, am glad it was Sakura. She was working for the mastermind, after all. How can you say that now? Sorry, I don't have time for your squabbling. The next game has already begun. If you want to be angry at someone, be angry at whoever killed Sakura.
Anyway,
Right now, our top priority is to be uncovering Sakura's killer. If we can't do that, we're all dead. Then let's decide who will stand guard this time. I'll do it! Hina? I'm okay! Just let me handle it! Besides, I want to be here with Sakura.
That's fine.
Okay then. Hina's guard number 1, but we need one more. Kyoko, that's you. Me? You're always a thorn on my side. This time, just stand by and watch quietly. Consider that an order. An order?
that's fine.
I'll stay behind. Then it's settled. Let's begin, shall we? Hold on! Before that, there's something I want to say. Which is... Hiro, Byakuya, Toko, none of you are allowed to step foot in the crime scene. What?
It's your fault!
One of you killed Sakura! I won't let someone like that come anywhere near her! Don't be stupid. Our lives are in just as much danger as yours. We have every right to investigate. I don't care what you say. I'm not letting the one who killed Sakura anywhere near her. Even if it means I have to use force, you're not getting in here. Well, it appears further discussion would be a waste of time. How about a compromise?
Clear now.
I won't ask you to let all of us in. Just let me. You weren't gonna do anything anyways. You don't really care, do you? You're both useless anyway. Nope, don't really care. I'd rather spend my time coming up with another splendid fantasy involving Master anyway. And you, Hiro, do you really object? If you're gonna go that far, what can I do? I mean, I don't have anything to hide, so why should I care?
It's all clear now.
Then it's decided. Nothing's decided! I know how you feel, Hina, but you should agree to his request. But
Hey,
we have to find out who killed Sakura. For those of us still alive, and to honor Sakura's memory. Fine. I guess that's okay. But no matter what, Byakuya, you absolutely aren't allowed to touch her! Naturally. Who would want to touch a filthy dead body?
listen.
That's enough fighting. We need to focus on the investigation from here on out. Everyone, keep this in mind. If we can't uncover Sakura's killing, all of us face execution. Finding out who killed Sakura. It's not a matter of hoping we can do it. If we want to survive, we have to do it. It's a kind of hopeless hope. We have no choice but to just do it. Okay, Nike. Alright. I pictured the Monokuma file before anything else. The victim was Sakura Ogami. The time of death is estimated to be around 12 noon. The body was discovered in the rec room on the 3rd floor of the school. There is evidence of a strong blow to the victim's head. No other injuries were noted. However, it seems that at some point the victim suffered from violent vomiting of blood.
Wait,
Hey,
I think this time might be a challenge. Why is that?
so...
The only way into the rec room was the door we just came through, and that door had been jammed shut with a chair from inside the rec room, which means the killer would have had to escape somehow after barring the door. So if the door was blocked from the inside and there was no way in or out till we broke the window, there's like zero escape, right?
In other words,
This is a classic locked room murder. Locked room murder? I guess you might see this kind of thing a lot in mystery movies or books or whatever, but could it really happen in real life? And right before our very eyes like this? Are you curious to hear more about what locked room murder entails? Sure, if you don't mind.
that's fine.
When you break down this kind of murder mystery, there are 4 basic types. The first type is when the locked room is created after the actual crime is committed. This simply means that the killer commits his crime, then through some special method seals the room. This mainly involves some sort of trick of involving the locking of the room. Basic approaches include using a string or simple mechanism. There are a number of variations. So for that, all we'd have to do is check the door to see if that's what it was, right? The second type is when the locked room already exists before the crime is committed. Oh?
In other words,
Basically, the killer uses a special contraption or tool from outside to target the victim inside. He puts a switch and it fires a handgun, you shoot an arrow through a gap in the door, something like that.
however,
But in this case, that doesn't seem to fit. There are no guns or arrows in the school, and the door doesn't have any gap that would allow it. Yeah, I think we could probably... Huh?
No one...
Well, that's the end of my drink.
Either someone poisoned her or...
Start date of 6/3, June 3rd.
Huh?
Start date of June 3rd.
So they what?
Oh, for June... They got my information.
Who?
The lady. Start date of June 3rd.
Okay.
So not this coming Monday, but next week Monday.
Okay.
Good?
I'm thinking either someone poisoned her or she poisoned herself. You hear me?
Mm-hmm.
But she's smiling, so I'm gonna assume... Okay, there's 3 options I'm thinking, right?
Mm-hmm.
Someone poisoned her because, you know, whatever, she's such a defeat that way.
Mm-hmm.
2, they, Tina, no. You have your options, right? First choice is that either someone poisoned her, or 2, she committed suicide somehow.
Mm-hmm.
By poisoning herself, I guess.
Okay.
But I'm gonna assume someone poisoned her.
Alright.
It could be anything commented that someone she poisoned herself. So that's something her character would do. She is a play on full fifth of the North Star character, so yeah.
Cheer?
Mm-hmm. The aura, the one eye, the glow in one eye, the bandage on her arm, every time she screams or gets angry, her clothes just rip for no appearance and then regenerate afterwards. If you watch Fifth of the North Star with me, when he did, the one thing you won't keep noticing, and like Kinshiro, the main character, he gets mad and then all of a sudden his shirt just rips and just tears.
Did you listen on JoJo or something?
JoJo is based off of Fifth of the North Star. His shirt just rips and tears, and you see his muscles, and he just wants to kill the person. The next scene, his jacket and his shirt just regenerate on his body. Like, where did he keep finding these jean
He
jackets?
keeps extra shirts in his back pocket.
Huh?
He keeps extra shirts in his back pocket.
But he's on his pants ripped too, so he's just like, bro, where are you getting these pants and shirts and stuff?
It's off screen. The side characters hold on to them.
Like the backup clothes, like, hey, so where's your new shirt with the jacket in? They have like 100,000 red shirts and 100,000 just jean jackets. Anytime I rip one, they just make a new one out of the one ripped one, and then one other one, I'll put that on so they can get those.
I'm sorry.
But yeah, she's the play on him. Even the long gray hair.
Yeah, I think we could probably cross that one off the list.
It's true.
The third type is when the killer stays in the room until it's opened up. What do you mean by that?
Another one.
They stay hidden, and when the door is open, they use confusion to blend in with the group. They pretend they showed up along with everyone else, and that's that. That sounds like it could have been possible, maybe.
It's true.
And the fourth and final type is when it wasn't actually a locked room at all. Not a locked
Another
room.
one.
By that I mean there actually is an alternate escape route somewhere within the room. You see this a lot in novels and things, but in reality it's generally not possible. Do you think we could cross that one off too? I believe so, yes. So, when it comes to locked room mysteries, those are the basics. So there are 4 possibilities. Then, Kyoko, which of those 4 choices seems the most likely in this case? That's a good question. Answering that should be our primary focus during this trial. But right now, I can't really say. I see. The way the killer set up the locked room, until I figured that out, the truth behind Sakura's death will stay hidden. It's definitely a tough mystery. I need to concentrate and investigate as much as I can. For Sakura, if nothing else.
Pause. No, we don't actually pause, but like, what do you offer? So move. It's a fellow gamer in the middle. She was talking to somebody.
This looks like some kind of wrapper. Ah, that's... Do you recognize it, Tina? Yeah, I mean, I gave it to her. That's a candy wrapper. Sakura got super upset when she found out Genocide Jacket attacked me, right? So after we left the nurse's office, I gave it to her. I thought it might help her calm down a little. So you gave that candy to Sakura? I found a big box of it in the warehouse. I really like them. Actually, as soon as we can get into the warehouse, I took the entire box back to my room. I made sure nobody else could get their hands on them. You really like them that much?
I mean,
But I wanted Sakura to get a chance to try one for herself. That's why I gave it to her. But now, they've all lost their flavor. Hina. Polka dot candy wrapper. Alright. There are shards of glass scattered all around the chairs Sakura was sitting on. The glass is all red, and these are the top and bottom sections of a bottle, right? So this must have originally been a bottle. Glass shards on the floor. Huh? There's something else on the ground near the glass. It's a figure. It fits in the palm of my hand. It's a Monokuma figure. Take it on the floor. Okay. There's a blood stain in front of the magazine shelf. It must have come from Sakura, right? But that doesn't make sense. Why is it so far away from where she died? Sakura drew her last breath, sitting slumped forward in this chair. There's obvious evidence of blow to the head Sakura suffered. Normally I wouldn't have any problem believing that's what killed her, but according to the Monokuma file, she had also vomited blood. Also, I can see a trace of blood on her lips for sure. So, what would have caused her to vomit blood? The Monokuma file specifically says she hadn't suffered any other injuries. Status Sakura's body. Maybe her getting hit on the head somehow caused her to start vomiting blood? Not a chance. But Byakuya!
That's fine.
However, your eyes have landed on the most interesting location. Interesting?
Naturally.
Yes, most interesting. Don't you agree? No, I don't think I'd call it interesting. But it does make me wonder. The reason Sakura vomited blood absolutely has to be connected to why she died. There are 4 red bottles lined up on the shelf. And inside each bottle there's some kind of Monokuma figure. What I'm wondering is, how'd they get these figures inside the bottles? Great question.
so...
It's no different from your standard ship in a bottle. Huh?
Good in the bag.
You know, where the bottle's opening is smaller than the boat placed inside? You never seen that? Oh, yeah. Maybe I have. So this is the Monokuma version of that. A Monokuma bottle, if you will. I feel like I'm finally starting to make sense of things little by little. The Monokuma bottle sitting on the shelf.
Nice.
The Monokuma figure we found on the ground. The red shards of glass which probably started out as a bottle, which would mean Sakura must have been hit in the head with a Monokuma bottle, right?
With a liquid in the Monokuma bottle.
There's no liquid.
If not,
It's empty. The shards of glass in the Monokuma figure are evidence of that. So I think it's safe to say that the Monokuma bottle was the weapon. Huh? The locker's open, and there on the inside, it's a handprint?
Why?
What's a handprint doing here? It looks like someone touched the inside of the locker and it left a handprint in all the
It's
dust.
true.
And it looks quite fresh too. I'd say someone was hiding in there and they left behind a little something extra. So then, maybe the killer hid in there until the locked room was open, don't you think? And during all the confusion they popped out and joined the rest of the group? Unfortunately, that's not a possibility. Huh? Why not?
Hey,
Think back. Before we opened the door, we looked inside the room, right? Oh yeah, and the locker was already open at that point.
indeed.
So there's no way someone could have hidden in there until after we opened the door. Yeah, so then, what does this handprint mean? That same shelf full of magazines. There's all different kinds of magazines here. Sorry.
what's that?
Welcome, people. We already know who did it. Byakuya, Toko, or Hiro. It had to be one of them. They couldn't stand the sight of her. You agree with me, don't you, Makoto? Well, I don't want to say anything for sure without finding out more. Then let me help you find out more. You see, Sakura asked all 3 of them to meet with her. You know where? Right here in the rec room. What? After I went to the nurse's office this morning, Sakura and I both left together, right? Well, eventually she went off on her own. When I saw her again after that, she told me, she said she left a note for each of them. She asked them to meet her in the rec room by noon. By noon. The Monokuma file said she died right around then. I'm telling you the truth, I heard it right from Sakura herself. And I tried to stop her. But she wouldn't listen. She said not to worry, that she just wanted to talk to them. And this is what happened. If I'd stopped her, by force even, this never would have happened. Hina. It's impossible not to have regrets, I know. But the fact that she had asked those three to meet with her, and she asked them to come to the rec room at noon, the same time and place she ended up dying, it might be good to confirm what I just heard with the three of them directly.
The question is,
However,
where were all of them at noon?
But for Sakura to have been killed, yeah, she's not the type who would have go down without a fight. And she certainly did it, I would say. She was the ultimate martial artist, strong in body, mind, and spirit. So how was the killer able to get the upper hand on her? I wonder, did someone get the upper hand? They would have taken her by surprise, right?
certainly.
They would have needed to if they expected to have any chance against her. There's that protein enzyme. Creatine! There's some kind of plastic container rolling around near the entrance to the room.
So,
It looks like a protein drink, and it's empty. Sakura must have drank it. Everyone knows how much she loves her protein. And she mentioned more than once how protein was good for all sorts of ailments. I wouldn't take that to heart if I were you. I know. But still, this protein can, it's got a label on it that says Chem A2. That reminds me. Sakura mentioned how the Chem lab had all kinds of health stuff. So she must have gotten this from the Chem lab.
just a second.
But that's strange. Huh? What is? You see what's scattered around the can? Shards of light blue glass. They must be parts of the window I broke to get inside.
Right.
But they aren't just scattered around the can, they're also underneath it. Why does that matter?
So,
I can't say for sure yet, but you're probably going to want to take note of it. I feel it will become an important clue later on. An important clue? I'm not sure I see how.
The chair.
Oh. The chair was shut up against the doorknob, so we couldn't get the door open. There's no evidence any kind of string or mechanism was used on the chair. In other words, there's no reason to think the chair had anything special to done to it.
What?
What do you want? You're bothering me. There's something I'd like to talk to you about. Make it quick. Is it true that Sakura asked you to meet her in the rec room? So you found out. Interesting. Then it's true? I did receive a note to that effect, yes. But what fool would do what it said and risk being killed by that monster? So you didn't go see her? Of course not. I ripped the note to shreds and threw it away. I haven't seen Sakura today at all. Byakuya said he didn't go see her. Is that the truth? Well, until I can prove otherwise, I have no choice but to accept it as fact.
Come on.
If you're all finished, please remove yourself from my sight. Okay. Thanks. That also makes sense though, because I'm like, why would anyone in their right mind actually go to meet her? This door is the only way in or out of the rec room. The door doesn't have a lock, and there's no evidence that the mountings have been tampered with. The only notable change to the door is the smashed window, which happened, of course, when I broke it to get inside. There's no evidence that any kind of string or mechanism was used on the door.
She killed herself.
In other words, I don't see anything suspicious about the door itself.
Home liquor?
Yes, please! Having to say, I'm getting cold though. I don't know where this cold out in the vent. Can you close that vent above? This one? I think that one's blowing cold air on me.
You're all correct. Man.
Oh.
I got to open it. Yeah, that's all good.
That thing was right on my shoulder. Having examined both the door and the chair, there's no doubt that the reason the door didn't open was simply because the chair was shut up against it. This kept the doorknob from turning and the door from opening. And there was no evidence of the door or chair being tampered with. I didn't want to mess up their blanket.
They're not so.
With my bug spray. Bug spray? No. So the killer must have. Give me the bourbon smash, please.
You mean the burning apple?
Yes, they can't all be apple juice. So the killer must have created the locked door from the inside, not from the outside.
Listen.
Well, Makoto. Where'd you get this blanket from? Where'd you get this blanket from? Oh, this is not one of the blankets that I had from earlier.
We can't get too super high, babe, because there's some food later.
Or someone has to drive through the rickety raft.
No, for the guy stay.
Yeah, that's good.
Yes, let's do it.
Well, yeah, I think so, for the most part.
Alright.
You should probably go talk with people now. I'm on guard duty, so I can't leave. Which is why I decided you'll go in my place. She decided? She's gotten a lot more pushy since we had our issue. But she's right. I do have to go talk to the others. Stop trying to meet with the other two people. I need to hear what they have to say.
Well, it can be that like some quick now.
Those other two probably went back to their rooms. They don't even port me back.
Well, can you go into their rooms now that they're dead?
They're all off.
I thought Junko was first to die.
I press the doorbell. After a few seconds.
Who's there?
Oh. Oh, the most negative aura I've ever felt. An aura of total decay.
Well, what do you want?
So you're back to normal. Genocide Jack isn't around anymore.
Don't even say her name. It makes me sick to my stomach. I was in such a good mood, too.
She didn't look like she was in a
Hey,
good mood.
I was hoping to talk to you about something. Is now a bad time?
Obviously annoyed, Toko slithered out into the hallway.
What do you want?
You said you wanted to talk to me about something. I want to talk about the fact that Sakura asked to meet with you.
Well,
I don't know what you're talking about. Byakuya already told me she had asked to meet with you. What? She wanted to meet with Master too? I just said two, didn't I? I guess now it's totally obvious, huh? Yeah, pretty much. So can you tell me about it? I admit, I did get that note, but I didn't go see her. I was scared, so I couldn't bring myself to go. Someone claims she didn't go to see her, but can I really believe her? Once I can prove otherwise, I have no choice but to accept it as a fact. Is that good enough? Then I'm going back to my room. With that, Toko quickly retreated into her room. Press the doorbell. After a few seconds. What's up, Makoto? Did you need something? Yeah, actually, I just wanted to check something. It's about how Sakura wants to meet with you. How did you know about that? Oh, did you maybe gaze into my soul? Have your special abilities awakened in you? But I'm not the only one she wanted to meet with. Ogre told me herself that she had asked Byakuya and Toko to come too. What? When did Sakura tell you that? Oh, well, when she asked me to meet with her, of course. But she didn't she write you a note? Yeah, a note. She gave it to me in person, and she happened to mention the others, like, in passing. I gotta be honest, this is super suspicious. So then, you went to met with Sakura? No way! I totally didn't. Why would I ever do that? Yeah, definitely suspicious.
Actually,
The last time I saw Olga was when Hina got hurt and I took her to the nurse's office.
don't look at me.
I haven't seen her since then. While I'm here, could you show me the note she gave you? Oh, do I still have it? Let's see. He was fooling around in his pocket.
Come on.
Ah, sorry. Looks like I don't have it anymore. With a big goofy smile on his face, he pulled his hands back out of his pockets. But when he did, I saw something flutter to the ground. Something had fallen out of Hiro's pocket. Huh?
What?
Quick as the wind, Hiro snatched it back up again and shoved it back into his pocket.
Come on.
Sorry, just a bit of trash I forgot to throw out. Trash?
What?
Anyway, I can't deny that Ogre asked to meet with me, but I never went. So, well, if you'll excuse me. Before waiting for a reply, Hiro quickly slipped back into his room. Hiro said that was just trash, but there's no way that's all there was to it. Okay, so I've heard from Toko and Hiro. What next? I'll definitely have to look at the actual crime scene again, but on top of that, maybe I should find out more about the protein can they found on the floor of the wreck. I'm sure it must have come from the chem lab, so where should I start?
Come on.
Makoto, did you have your eye on the chem lab too? Just make sure you don't get in my way. Yeah, I got it. I think what you meant to say was, yes sir, I understand.
You get a little crazy about you feeling that.
No. This isn't my first time seeing the shelf, but I just can't get over how big it is. Should probably take a closer look at it. It looks like 3 shelves have been connected together to make it one giant shelf. But more important right now, what's that powder that's been spilled in front of the shelf? I have to be careful not to step in it.
Alright, that's what I mean.
These are footprints? And they're only in front of the last shelf. How do these footprints relate to the scene as a whole? We made a sketch of the floor plans. By we, do you mean me? How kind of you to offer. With an insufferable smirk, he handed me a piece of paper and pen. Well, let's go. Chop chop. Okay.
Makoto, you too much of a bitch for my liking.
So I got to work, and before long I'd drawn up a sketch of the room. So how's this? Not bad. For you, I mean. For me? So when you look at it like this, interesting. It would appear that whoever left these footprints only had business at the leftmost shelf. They came in, went straight to that shelf, did whatever they had to do.
Usually they just don't look in the room. Why would they look at the paper? Right?
And then left. That's what the footprints tell me.
I see.
These footprints must be...
Certainly possible.
Makoto, are they yours? No!
What?
Okay, then let me see your shoes, and I'll confirm their size for myself. I couldn't think of a reason not to, so I quietly did what Byakuya said. I see. Your feet do appear to be too big. Unfortunately, I must admit these are not your footprints. Unfortunately? But with how clear these footprints are, it should be quite easy to determine who they do belong to. Then these prints really are a valuable clue. I didn't take it though. There's a bunch of yellow powder scattered on the floor. I'd better not leave a footprint. There's a broken bottle in front of the shelf. Is this where all the chemical powder came from? It looks like the bottle had a label on it, Chem C4. Would you like to hear something interesting? I was on the 4th floor this morning, checking things out, and at that point, this room wasn't like this. Then, this powder must have been
So in
spilled.
other words,
That's right. It could only have been around the time of the incident. If that really is when it happened, it must be related to the case in that. should probably take a good hard look at the powder. There's a bunch of yellow powder scattered on the floor in front of the shelf. There's also remains of a broken bottle. Those are the bottles labeled Chem C4. It looks like someone left some footprints in the powder. Based on the positioning of the footprints, whoever it was only went to the left side of the shelf. According to Viapia, the powder would have had to have been spilled right around the time of the incident. That's all I can tell for now.
Look at the cabinet.
On this shelf is one look I can tell it's nothing but dangerous chemicals. These look like poison. Oh, now they're powerful chemicals. All the containers on this shelf are labeled with the letter C and a number. So I guess I consider this part of the shelving unit section C. So on this shelf looks like a bunch of chemicals. I have no idea what they are. They're reagents. Put simply, they're used in experiments to bring about a chemical reaction. I've lived in such ignorance for so long. It must truly be bliss. Isn't that kind of harsh?
What?
You've been studying science and mathematics has no practical application in the real world? The words of a lifelong loser, which I suppose suits you well. I didn't even say that. Anyway, it doesn't matter. Right now I need to focus on the shelf. All the containers on this shelf are labeled with the letter B and a number. So I guess I consider this part of the shelving unit section B.
Yeah, no shit.
I don't see anything out of the ordinary here, in which case I don't have to worry too much about this shelf. What's going on this shelf? There are all kinds of dietary supplements and different medicines. The protein drink you found in the Red Room probably came from this shelf. All the containers on this shelf are labeled with the letter A and a number, so I guess I consider this part of the shelving unit section A. Huh? But wait. There's one bottle here that's labeled Chem C9. Did someone put it in here by accident? I should try to find out more about this shelving unit. It looks like it's split into 3 sections. Section A is dietary supplements, Section B is reagent, and Section C has lethal chemicals. Sakura must have gotten the protein powder from Section A. But what concerns me is that in Section A, there was a bottle with a label from Section C. What was a bottle of poison from Section C doing in Section A? There's definitely something going on there. I've already taken a good long look at the chem lab. Maybe I should take another look around the rec room.
You can still, man. Are you falling asleep? I'm falling asleep too. Hey, take a nap.
Oh, sorry, y'all.
Take a nap. Hey.
It's time for a nap, y'all. What is that? Daily life morning.
Yeah.
I can take over that. I could probably Alright, y'all. Give me an hour. Let me get up out of here. I'm dropping frames like it's nobody's business. Jesus Christ. Alright. Golden Thief out. We'll be back in like an hour. I need a nap. Hour and a half. 2 hours max. Alright, see y'all in a bit.